WagerTalk continues to be an innovator in this industry, and our WagerBucks program is just one example. Because it's the holidays and we're feeling festive, we're giving you $100 worth of WagerBucks for only $49 using promo code WB49 at checkout. So how do they work? It's simple. You buy credits in bulk at a discounted rate and then apply them dollar for dollar towards your purchase. Use your purchase WagerBucks on $2 Tuesday, $9 packages on Monday. Buy your favorite 5% plays with or without the guarantee. Grab a 7-day all-access pass or even a 12-month package. That's right, purchase WagerBucks can be used on everything with no restrictions at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. Due to the incredible savings, this special offer is limited to one per customer. From all of us here at WagerTalk, Sports Memo, and the Gold Sheet, we wish you a wonderful holiday season and a prosperous new year.
Welcome in, guys, and a very, very happy Tuesday to you as we welcome you into a Guess Who's Playing NBA style here today. It is the NBA tip-off show here, powered by WagerTalk.com. We're going to do our best to figure out who might be playing here tonight, and we're going to do it with three of the magicians here. When it comes to the NBA, nobody pulls shit out of their ass better than these three, including Ski Prophet in the house, as is Rob Vino, and of course, Mr. Ass himself, Tony Finn, in the house here. And Ski, what is going on, my man? It's a bit of a head scratcher here in the association, but the good news is 3 guys go out, 3 more guys come back in. So it seems to be all evening itself out here in the long run, man. You got anything locked and loaded over at WagerTalk?
Yeah. First, I'll just say I'm now 86 and 64. My last 150 plays in the association. I think that's a little bit above 57%. And I haven't been having packages up because, a lot of what I've been doing is splitting my bet up on the money line and the spread. Like I mentioned before, like how guys make the -1 line in baseball. So I have plays made. They've been sent to whoever is a subscriber. And let's have another winning day.
I love it. All right, good stuff there. We'll get you guys caught up, obviously, on the latest with the COVID list. But Rob Vino, welcome in, my man. I know college football, the bowl games, rolling on here today. And, of course, NBA has been locked and loaded over the last couple of days. What do you got going on tonight, though, at WagerTalk?
Yeah, the bowl games have been good, Joe. I think I've hit the last 5 in a row if I count this Houston-Auburn under earlier today. In action tonight in the Texas Tech Mississippi State Liberty Bowl, I think. Is that the I forget which one is which, but I think that's the Liberty Bowl. So looking to keep it going in college football. I just happened to pull up while Ski was talking WagerTalk's last 7 days NBA. So I guess you got the right 3 guys on. I mean, last 3 days, I'm second place to Ski, who's number 1. Last 7 days, I'm number 1. Tony Finn's number 2. So 3 of us all got it going on pretty good in the NBA right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You guys continue to crush it, given some very unique circumstances here. But Tony Finn, what do you got locked and loaded right now over at WagerTalk.com for us tonight?
I have I'm loaded almost through the weekend. To be honest with you, my NFL's already up for week 17, and I have a 5% NBA tonight, and I have a 5% college bowl tonight too. So, and a 5% NFL on Sunday. So, take your choice, pick your poison. I promise that one of them, I promise one of them's not arsenic. Give it a shot.
Ooh. Shocker. Tony Finn is going to be loaded right through the weekend. Didn't see that coming, Ski, at all. All right, here we go. Contrarian play of the day today. Now, we did well yesterday with the Memphis Grizzlies, who took care of business against the Phoenix Suns as our contrarian side. And tonight, we're going to take a look at well, I guess it's not that hard to believe. How about the Washington Wizards getting 6.5 here right now against the suddenly healthier Miami Heat here, sort of. We've seen the money continue to come in towards Washington, towards Miami, rather. Obviously, a lot of public love now that Jimmy is back here, Ski. But might I interest you? I believe Beal is still a questionable situation here tonight for the Wizards. But might I interest you in a little Wizards contrarian play tonight?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not really want to get to the window with the Heat laying points with the lineup they have out there right now. That's just, I don't think they're that good. So the contrarian play, I don't want to step in front of it. That's really how I feel. I peeked at it yesterday because I was leaning a few different ways, and it got me off the Phoenix game. So I'll ride with contrarian play again today with the Wizards.
All right. Well, no Lowry. We know that, right? We know no Morris. PJ Tucker looks to be questionable right now for the Miami Heat. But Jimmy Butler's the big name there, which is, of course, what's driving some of this public love towards Miami here, I would believe, Rob Dino. What about you? What do you think about the Wizards here tonight getting these points against Miami?
Well, I love to fly in the face of the contrarian gods, so maybe I would try again. While Jimmy probably drives the line, I think what's driven the Heat, and we talked about it when they first lost all their muscle up front, right? And we'll see if PJ Tucker gets back into action here tonight. But the three-point shooting has been good. 3 games without their starting front line, 2 overs, 1 under, 3-point shooting between Robinson and Hero and Vincent and those guys has been pretty good. So if it happens to be good here again tonight, 6.5 is going to look real small. If Bradley Beal doesn't go, Joe, with Aaron Holiday now on the COVID list, point guard's going to be tough to find. Even Raul Neto. You don't even have a point guard really for Washington in this game. So that could be troublesome. But we'll have to see if Beal is able to play here. If he's not, I think that point guard position could be a bit of a concern for the Wizards. So give me -6.5 with the Heat once again, and it probably won't. So everybody watching knows it won't turn out well for me. So go ahead and get the Wizards now, but I'll be on the Heat.
Listen, I got one word for you, Rob Dino. Din Waddle. Din Waddle, baby. That is what it is all about here tonight, and I know Tony Finn knows this. Listen, Finn, it's actually the Wizards 4-1 this year without Bradley Beal in the lineup, and it has to do because they're a good old Spencer Dinwiddie. So what do you think here? Can I interest you in a little Din Waddle contrarian play here tonight with the Wizards?
I'm going to have to say that I'm going to call Timothy Leary and ask him to back down on the potency of the medication he's sending you. Dinwiddie.
I'm sorry.
Dinwiddie.
Yes, Dinwiddie.
It's all right. You can have. What's going to happen when I mention Houston? What we're going to talk about here is the fact that I think this is one of those games that I think you have to be reaching a little bit, unless you know something I don't know. What I do know is that over the last couple of weeks, Washington's right around a -13 net. A net rate has a -13 net rating. Miami really, there's not a big metrical difference with Butler in the lineup and Butler out of the lineup. Much of what Butler brings to the floor is intangible for the most part. However, it's hard for me to, like Rob said, it's hard for me to jump in front of Miami when it's Washington, the one that I have to ride the back of. So in this game, I would agree with Rob. I'm either going to be on Miami or I'm not going to be in this room. I'm not in this room. So flip a coin.
Din Waddle is disgusted with you, Tony Finn. I'm just going to say that right now. All right, there you go, guys.
Tell him to get in line.
Wizards +6.5 tonight, taking on the Miami Heat. That is going to be our contrarian play of the day. All right, let's move on here. Take a look at a featured matchup here tonight on the board. And this should be interesting as well. How about the Denver Nuggets taking on the Golden State Warriors in this one? I am seeing 7.5 there for the Golden State Warriors with a total of 216 at the open. And Rob Vino, as we take a look here, obviously the news today with Draymond being in the protocol. Iguodala, however, is probable now, so he has been out. No Damian Lee, no Jordan Poole still. So really, Draymond's out. Denver, interesting enough, Gordon is questionable. Monte Morris is questionable. They do seem to be a little bit healthier than they have been as of late. So do you trust Denver? The question is in this spot here, taking on Golden State, getting that many points.
I trust them to give up points. Their shooting hasn't been great, but their defense has been even worse. I think overall in this game, Joe, I would have to look over. As you were talking there, I just peeked at the number. It's gone up to 217.5 from 216. But I think for all the praise we've heaped on Golden State for being an extremely good defensive team, and they've earned every bit of that praise, it's a different team when Draymond's not on the floor from a defensive standpoint, in my estimation. The stuff that he brings, Tony talked about Butler bringing intangibles. Draymond brings so many of those intangibles, and most of them have to do with the defensive side of the floor. I know he can be a pretty good assist guy on the offensive end, but his ability to take charges and to defend bigger guys and whatnot, I think that's a big loss for Golden State in the world of the total. So I think that this probably gets over. I think Golden State's going to score. Denver hasn't defended for 2.5, 3 weeks now, and Denver probably has a real nice advantage with Jokic down low. Draymond can't pester him from a help standpoint or even from a straight up standpoint. We probably would have seen Draymond handle him a little bit tonight. So I think I'll go with over. I don't want to get involved in the side, but I like the total over.
All right, he's liking points in this one. What about you, Tony Finn? Would you look at Denver getting 7.5 at this point?
Well, I think probably we could flash back to the last show we had. I wouldn't even look at Denver when they were playing Oklahoma State City.
That's a good point.
And
quality.
Yeah, I'm certainly and here and or Houston. Might as well get it in since I buzz. So no, I'm not. I'm not anywhere near Denver. I mean, what Rob just said is fairly accurate. Even Golden State, with half of their resources, is better than Denver, a healthy Denver. Without Gordon, as you mentioned, you guys mentioned, with Gordon, I'm still so far away from Denver right now until something drastic happens, like Murray returns. And I'm not even certain when Murray does return, they're going to have time to recover from the damage they have done. In this game, I would still be on Golden State, but they do have some additional injuries, as Rob noted with Iggy. So, my goodness, you said it before the show, Joe. Who's healthy? Even when we think someone's healthy, about an hour before the game, they change our mind. They change our minds or tell us that's just not the case. So, give me Golden State minus the points.
All right, he's looking at Golden State, but I will say this here, Ski. We can't discount the fact that Draymond is out, and he's done a really good job against Jokic in the past when he's played him. But no Draymond, Jokic, he can be a one-man wrecking crew here tonight. So do you think it's going to matter? You think Golden State runs away with this one? How are you looking at it?
Yeah, I feel a lot of different ways about this game, and I kind of agree with some of what both of these guys said. Jokic, I mean, he should have a really good game in this one. I don't see anybody stopping them down low for Golden State. But at the same time, Denver's been so atrocious. Like, I really don't want to back them, even with that advantage. And then at the same time, I don't want to step in front of Golden State. All they do is win and cover. At home, where they 16-2 straight up, 13-4 against the spread. They've won, I think, 5 of their last 6 games. They're 4-1-1 against the spread in that span. So I get it. No, Draymond is a huge deal for Golden State, offensively, defensively, however you want to look at it. But I can't get there with Denver. So to quote Tony Finn, if I'm in the room, I'll be on Denver, but I'm not in this room.
That room is
We're not in
locked.
the same.
Keep out of that room. Stay out. All right, there you go, guys. Jokic taking on Golden State pretty much tonight, 7.5. That, of course, 10 o'clock Eastern time tip-off in that one. Let's move on to our overtime game, in which we'll focus on the total in this one. And, well, who better to focus on than the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Houston Rockets. And it's interesting from this standpoint of it opened high, 228.5 to even 229s. But boy, oh boy, not a lot of people happy with the over in this one as it continues to tumble down. So, Tony Finn, we'll start with you here, man. Talk to me. 225, has it gotten too low for you? Would you be looking at the over now in this game?
No, I would be looking at the over at 228. Honestly, I would. If you watched what Houston, without Green, without their rookie sensation, their second pick overall, they actually put a lineup out there and had a game plan, a scheme to win games. And now that he's back, while he had a really good first game back metrically in points, assists, etc., this Houston team has one focus only, and that's to develop this kid, players around him, this team, or basically organize and create some kind of cohesiveness where they can be competitive. And at this point in time, I'm not convinced that they care about winning. The Lakers aren't as good defensively. They were last year, not even close. I like the over, 228 in this game. And it's 225.
Wow. It's not 228 anymore, but he says, the hell with the market. I'm still going over. Ski, what about you? Do you disagree with the market move as well? Or are you looking at the over in this one?
Yeah, I'm with Tony Finn on this one. I don't understand why it would even go down in the first place. Lakers, as long as Anthony Davis is going to be out, they're not going to be able to defend. The first game they played without him, it was low scoring. That's only because they were already getting blown out by damn near 20 points. Other than that, I think they gave up 140, something like that, to the Spurs, and 115, I think, the other night. So the defense is going to continue to be that way till he's back in the lineup. And they're playing at the fastest pace over the last 5 games. Both bottom 10 defensive rated teams, with Houston being the worst defensive rated team in the league the last 5 games. So I disagree with the market. I like it up and over.
All right, he too likes it up and over the total there, Rob Vino. Now, I get it. We talked about Houston and Charlotte yesterday on the show. Again, Charlotte in the 230s, but it does require the other team to actually come to the table with some offense, and Houston, unfortunately, didn't have enough of it. And so maybe that's what the market is looking at here. Maybe they don't trust Houston to put up enough points for 4 quarters. What do you think?
I think I could disagree with the market. That game got to 222 without Houston reaching 100. There's 2 ends to the game, and that's without Houston starting backcourt, right? With both guys in play tonight, Kevin Porter Jr. back, Jalen Green back. Neither one played last night. So you can't believe that they're going to get to only 99 here against the Laker defense, which, we've poked enough holes in it. I'll leave that to Ski. He doesn't like their defense. I'll let him rip it. But Houston's 5-1 over the total last 6 games. It just doesn't matter. I mean, I'm all in on Houston over in this price range, really, no matter who the opponent is, because when you watch them, the game is just played so fast and there's so many opportunities that you can shoot. Honestly, you could shoot 42, 43% from the floor, both sides, and still make it over a number like this because you get that many extra opportunities, shot opportunities in a huge. So the Lakers have been way over. They're 237 and 248 their last 2 games. I mean, James Harden and his band of misfits walk in on Christmas Day and score 122 against this team. The Lakers are rested. And I will say this, I know we have Ski here, and I don't really want to get into bashing LA. In fact, if you remember right, Ski, when I was on with you in the green room Friday, you said, Rob, don't wreck my Christmas. So I tried not to wreck your Christmas. But, LeBron, after the game, again, if we're going to make fun of John Morant every time he says something after a game, I'm so tired of LeBron. Well, we'll go back and look at the film and we'll correct this. Stop. It's not correctable. You got to outscore guys right now. That's the only thing that is correctable. I think Malik Monk is back for the Lakers. Helpful three-point shooting. I think Avery Bradley's back. So a little scoring help on the way as well. Give me over 225.
Yeah, no, my favorite was Westbrook mixed. How many did he miss? 16 of 20? And still got a triple-double, Ski. He still got a triple-double. And he don't care. He's still going to play the way he wants to play. It's just mind-blowing to me what's going on there. But listen, Westbrook is going to be Westbrook. The Lakers are going to be the Lakers. And the Houston Rockets are going to play no defense. So we know this. Over seems to be the consensus total in this one. All right, that sound you are hearing is not somebody locked in Tony Finn's closet. It actually is the dogs. Let's hear it, Robert.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
All right, let's take a look. We got a few dogs on the card here tonight to choose from, including, of course, there they are, the Orlando Magic getting over 2 touchdowns. Robino. Raptors +6. We got the Wizards we talked about. How about the Timberwolves? 4.5. The Rockets, of course. Pelicans back on the list here, 3.5. As are the Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So a lot of different ways to look at this here, Ski. Pick one. Tell us which one of these might make your dog tonight.
Sacramento, where they've won and covered.
Oh, hell no!
They've won.
Hell no!
Yeah, you know. They're expecting them to win by a few possessions? No, not happening over here. Give me OKC.
I can't even believe they're on the list. It's amazing to me. All right, go ahead, Rob Vino. You got a couple of different ways here. Usually you're one that goes, give me the most points or give me New Orleans, one or the other. Well, which one you going with tonight, Rob Vino?
I just want to say that Ski would have probably beaten the 60-second buzzer by 55 seconds with that. All he had to do was look at Sacramento and 5 seconds just against Sacramento. Goodness, Joe, I would think that I think Toronto's getting a few bodies back tonight, and I would take my shot with Toronto against Philadelphia as a home underdog here. Well, they won't have Anunoby, Barnes, or Van Vliet. Those are the three that are still out. But Siakam and Gary Trent are back. It's possible they get Achua and Kem Birch back, which would really give them a lot of physicality up front to combat Joel Embiid. So I think even with just the two guys back, I think it's enough for Toronto, who was really embarrassed having their entire starting five out and getting just swamped by Cleveland. I think 144-99. I think it's a good bounce back here. Give me Toronto plus the points at home against Philly.
Yeah, I'm seeing what is that? Is actually questionable, and I believe Gary Trent Jr. is probable now, and Pascal Siakam is also probable. So reinforcements coming here, guys, especially after that beatdown you took by the poor Cleveland Cavaliers there the other day. Speaking of which, it's the Pelicans. They got a lot of love once Garland was announced in the protocol there, Tony Finn. Might you be looking towards the Pelicans' way here?
No. 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 In fact, that right there, that comment alone, just threw me for a loop. Now I'm not sure what I'm talking about. I never do know what I'm talking about. I'm really not knowing what I'm talking about now. I'm gonna go with Ski. I could not agree more with Ski, which is, as Ski knows, rare, because I try to find ways to disagree with him just to make the show interesting, but which isn't hard either. And this show's easy today. Like if you can play the King at home where they're 7 and 102, something like that, where they absolutely can't. It's almost like they have an allergic reaction to the arena. They can't win. They can't beat the good teams. They can't beat the bad teams. They can't beat anybody. And now they got their coach throwing all the players under the bus. This is Alvin Gentry. And Alvin Gentry's a player's guy, man. He doesn't throw his players under the bus ever. And he's been there the interim 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, for Walton. Poor Gentry. Absolutely. Oklahoma City plus the points is a no-brainer tonight, in my opinion.
Guys all think the Knicks should be that kind of favorite, huh? Interesting. All right, here we go, guys. Let's put the time on the clock. It is now time to figure out exactly where on this card might these guys be leaning towards the most. 60 seconds there if we can. Robert Ski, coming to you first, my man. Best bet here tonight. What are you thinking about going?
All right, so I'm gonna list off a couple different situations. I guess I'm looking at here. So restless teams versus a rested road favorite. 68% as far as straight up since 1995. 53.6% against the spread since 1995. Team off 3 losses in a row favorite. 66% straight up since 1995. 56.7% against the spread since 1995. And if you're looking at road favorites this season, they're playing an opponent without rest and out of their division. So far, 20-6 straight up, 16-9-1 against the spread. All of these point towards playing the Los Angeles Lakers. And you guys know how I feel. I had to make a bet with the guy. If they don't win and cover this game, I will not be betting or even looking at the Lakers for 21 days. So give me the Lakers today.
Damn! Color me surprised with that one, Rob Vino. Did not see that coming there. Good Lord. All right, Ski is on the Lakers. Shocker. How about it, Vino? 60 seconds on the clock. Where are you going here, man?
Joe, you pointed toward it. I'm going to play the Knicks in Minnesota, -4. You've got a pretty rested team off a really big win in the Garden on Christmas Day. I know it was a depleted Hawks team, but the Knicks really needed a big victory. They got it. And they've gotten very healthy since last week. And now you're going to play Minnesota, a team that's without their 3 best players, and they're going to play in a back-to-back situation. They got away with that against Boston last night. Don't ask me how. Jason Tatum didn't play. Maybe that's why. But how you go out there without Towns, Russell, or Edwards, and the lineup that they walked out there with and beat Boston, I don't think that happens again here tonight. Back-to-back situation doesn't bode well for them. The Knicks rested situation and off the big win, I think, bodes well for them. Certainly, the Knicks have been scoring very well lately. I think they do here again tonight against a defenseless Minnesota. Give me the Knicks -4, 4.5, whatever the number is right now.
All right, going to the New York Knicks to get it done. Beverly, Edwards, and I believe Naz Reid also questionable now for Minnesota. We don't know if any of them are going to be able to go here, but New York Knicks, rested it is for Rob Vino. So, Tony Finner, it is up to you. 60 seconds on the clock. What's your best bet here tonight on the card?
Well, I won't take much time today because we need to get off this. I got to get to work. I got to find an NBA winner. I got to find some team that's not completely and utterly destroyed by the new threat or the new hybrid of the COVID, whatever the case may be. I'm going to go to Cleveland really quick. Listen, at this point in time, if Bickerstaff isn't the coach of the year in the NBA, I don't know who is. You know, from letting guys go like Kevin Porter Jr., who showed some signs of being a pretty good player with Houston, but then maybe that's because he's compared to the other Houston players, Robert. But I'm on Cleveland, despite the fact that they are hurting due to COVID, their situation. Look what they did to Toronto. Obviously, that's not the same tonight. But that is said, Cleveland minus the points. Until there's no one right now, there's not too many teams that can beat this team. And I think the number's fair. Cleveland, cash. Anybody don't win.
Not sure how he managed to work Houston in there, but he did. All right, so Houston there for Tony Finn. And as a quick recap here, guys, on where we're looking here tonight, we'll start with Ski. The dogs are barking for anybody that's playing the Sacramento Kings. The Thunder plus 5.5 here tonight. Also, back the Lakers. Why? Because SDQL and 3,000 different trends tell you why. That's why back the Lakers. We got Rob Vino. He's going Toronto, getting healthier tonight there, +6 for his dog. And he'll be taking the New York Knicks at 4.5 against a unknown Minnesota Timberwolves here tonight. While Tony Finn, he too likes the Thunder against the Sacramento Kings, while also backing the Cleveland Cavaliers -3.5. Mobley clears protocol. Garland is now in the protocol. Doesn't make a difference. Take the Cavs. And our contrarian play of the day, we're going to look at the Wizards getting 6.5 tonight against the Miami Heat. All right, so don't forget, guys, of course, you heard them. Best bets are locked and loaded over at WagerTalk.com. Plenty of opportunities here to clean house here. Make back some of that present money, all those gifts you had to make. This would be a great week to do it. Finish up the year in the positive by heading over to WagerTalk.com. Visit Ski's page. Visit Rob Dino. Visit Tony Finn. These guys have been absolutely crushing the association, guys. Plus, you got bowl games, NFL, you name it, guys. Plenty of ways to make it a profitable Tuesday right now with these three gentlemen over at WagerTalk.com. All right, so the only question we have is, we heard Ski likes the Lakers here tonight against the Houston Rockets. So we got to ask Robert. Robert, I want to hear the buzzer if you think Ski is correct. Holy God. All right. Well, Ski, that's it, man. When the guy from Houston is backing you, you know where we're going. Give us the Rockets here tonight. All right, guys, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. You know where to find us. Come back and join us again tomorrow for another edition of I have no idea who the hell's playing. Come back and join us NBA style, guys. Best of luck with your plays. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
When WagerTalk acquired the iconic Gold Sheet, the goal was to turn it into a modern, user-friendly product providing high-quality content and data. We're well on our way to achieving just that, and we want to show you how far it's come. From Friday, December 24th through Sunday, January 2nd, enjoy free access to the Gold Sheet. Just head to goldsheet.com and sign in using username free@goldsheet.com and use password free to get access to our NFL, college football, NBA, and college basketball content for the entire week. No credit card, email, or registration is required. Check it out. And if you enjoyed the new and improved Gold Sheet like we know you will, lock in savings now and grab our 2022 football Gold Sheet for just $99. That's right, until January 1st, 2022, we're taking $100 off the regular price of $199. From all of us here at WagerTalk Sports Memo and the Gold Sheet, we wish you a wonderful holiday season and a prosperous new year.